Hold on, testing, there we go. Good morning. Happy new week, family. It is September 16th, and it is officially the week of the interest rate decision from the Fed. Some very exciting stuff. Obviously, we don't have that today. Today we actually have nothing really on the calendar. We got some soft data here coming out at 10, but aside from that, we have all eyes on this interest rate decision tomorrow, plus economic projections. So today might be kind of slow. Maybe a little bit of front running some of this news. Forecast is expected to come out lower. Market is preparing for a 25 basis point cut. I am most interested to see the economic projections, as this is something that's been kind of long awaited. So I'm curious to see, again, what changes in those projections, if they do end up cutting rates. I mean, there's, I guess, a chance that they don't, but market is pretty confident, and I'm pretty confident that they will end up issuing some cuts tomorrow. That in mind, markets are at all-time highs, or at least coming off of all-time highs overnight. Send that for now. Nothing too crazy on any of these at the high. I mean, ES has a little bit of an OB, so that's kind of cool. NQ doesn't quite have the same thing. We are hitting a TP1 up here from the previous trade, though. Let's just do some of this. It doesn't really look like we have anything else from the highs, so we'll see what becomes of today. I'll be honest, there's really not too many nice setups that I've seen. Gold, I know gold was just setting up in this area. I don't think anything printed here to the buy side. I think this is pulling the wrong code in. The downside of having multiple devices, I feel like my charts never stay the same across all my devices. Okay, 1 second. One second, guys. I'm just fixing some errors here. Dude, there's no... I thought I fixed this all last night, man. Alright, we did print a little OB here on gold. Again, still targeting fresh all-time highs. I'm not super ecstatic about this POI. This should be picking this up. Playing from this little lone candle here. Not entirely sure why it's not picking it up, but... Just crazy. I'm pretty sure it's picking it up. Yeah, I see it was here. So you're picking up decent POI. There's no OB here though for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm super comfortable going long from here. I would have much preferred had we play from like below these lows. I'd prefer to like buy from below here. Again, I'm not opposed to trading away from this. Last night we had a real nice liquidity grab to the Asian session range. Pushed up nicely. Again, we're just pulling back here, but I would have liked to take out these lows if I was going to play and look for new all-time highs today. So I'm probably going to ignore this gold trade and just see what we get after the open. But I also wouldn't be surprised if this continues to run. Just not in a great POI for me. And we can make the argument that you're taking out this little lone candle, which is super nice. I know some people are gonna like that POI. So it's not terrible if you want to go long on gold. I would tighten up risk on this though at this point. I'd rather just run below this. And again, look for that push into new all-time highs. So I can still snag a 1 to 3 out of that. Still snag a 1 to 3 out of that. Honestly, what I'm really hoping for today, I'm really hoping we sell off today. Really hoping we sell off today. I want to make a new high today. As in like print an actual high. So we need to go make some new lows. Solidify this without just breaking higher. But I would like us to kind of formulate a high today. This way we can play some sort of absorption into tomorrow. Again, because I would love to short tomorrow after the rate cut. That's like really my plan for this week. I'm really probably not going to push the button too much until I get that opportunity to potentially fade the market. Like I said, people are going to be very excited about this rate cut. It's been long awaited. Again, a lot of people are looking to the buy side. Again, not that they're wrong. I don't want to, you know, I'm not going against that. Rate cuts are textbooks thinking, good for the market, but it also provides some opportunity for long-term players who have been anticipating it to take some profits off as well. Just on that volatility. Let's see, we got the open here. We did print a little OB. Again, I'm not super ecstatic about the location of this, much like gold. This is even worse. It's not really pushing below structure or playing inside of anywhere. So I'm not going to really look to play that. I do want to just see if this is pulling anything across the board. It is not. The Dow. Yeah, the Dow a little bit more range bound here. Not really doing too much here. Honestly, I would be surprised if we get something that's worth playing today before rates. Honestly, this gold trade probably the best thing that we have currently on our charts. Besides maybe if you liked these ES sells from the high. Those are reckless. We're gonna give this some time to work itself out here at the open. I do gotta say, I really do hate markets at all-time high. These are like the worst, just the worst conditions, man. All-time highs are my least favorite trading conditions. My least favorite trading conditions, man. It's not fun. Especially after the open. I don't mind all-time highs like into Asian session. Then you can look for some like really tight, low volatility continuations. That's cool. But main New York session when you're already at all-time highs is just annoying. Now we're pretty active here. I mean, this is like a nice, almost 100-point range from the opening 5-minute candle. NQ starting to fall off, which is good for tomorrow's setup. And ES still playing that 15-minute. This recent 15-minute, again, not in a great location. I would not trust that. This is marking a POI here. Gold's still so far the only good setup. Or the best setup that we have so far. Again, Index is really not giving us anything here. And I wasn't a fan of how wide this OB is, and typically this would be coded out. But it testing into this lone candle is not a terrible position. Again, not my favorite area to play from personally. I would have preferred a little lower. Like I said, the trade setup was there for those of you guys that were interested. We'll see how that develops over time. And again, this is sitting right under all-time highs. There's no reason that you wouldn't be taking stuff in alignment with the trend, at the very least. Yeah, inside new. Alerts working, they're not. Interesting. Yeah, see, this called a few things to the buy side. I really just don't like, like the POIs here. Maybe open to something on YM. Maybe she does something here on the 15-minute to the sell side. I mean, NQ is still pushing down. So long as NQ is trading below the opening range here, you could take something on the Dow. Just to frame this in the perspective of like interest rate weeks. Again, like we have this very strong move, right? The Dow that's breaking above all this liquidity. Again, my biggest question with moves like this, where you get that, again, these most people consider this fair value gap, inefficiency, imbalance, whatever you want to call it, right? We get these really straight up moves. Again, when you look at something like this, if there's no immediate continuation from it for me, more times than not, you're going to come back and fill this out. And you're going to fill it out all the way. So again, like, I'm just anticipating that with interest rate week. So again, maybe we range here all day. You know, spike up tomorrow inside of here. And you end up closing lower by the end of the week. And then this just ends up being your like higher time frame liquidity. Right, so again, like you pushed out super strong daily candle. Now we've had 1, 2, we're looking at like a third day depending on how we close with no follow through to that. I don't know, man, I'm sus of that. That's why I'm saying like I would rather play to the sell side. So Dow has the best like structural setup for us to like look at it, or at least consider those shorts. Again, things like ES, I would love to come take out these lows on ES. After interest rates, same thing with like NQ. I would love NQ to come back and like take some of these lows, you know, 250 points lower. So I really do think we end up closing the week lower if I get everything I want. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. But I cannot wait to get an alert to the sell side. Take advantage of here. I mean, we just printed absorption. This is super wide though. Probably short this like this if you wanted to tighten this up. What do we look for today out of this? This would be asking a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to end up sitting these out before news, but I wouldn't doubt that YM falls and takes outs. This is actually a pretty substantial move. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that we trade below these lows at the least. If this wants to get volatile today, though, 45,877. Again, ES is falling, NQ is falling. Again, I know a lot of people want to be bullish, man, but I would end up going short. Tighten this stuff up. Yeah, ES still dripping, and Q still dripping. That Dow is probably the best trade setup we're gonna get today. Outside of maybe gold. Gold again is sitting at right near all-time highs. So this starts to break above the highs, and again, she could reject off the highs after grabbing fresh liquidity. But again, if you're already in that buy, I would just trail risk a little bit, and then continue. This stuff's not looking bad to the sell side, though. Yeah, these are the two trades I'm monitoring and kind of scaling into myself here. Printing alerts. See, we got a bearish setup here on oil. Let's see if we're in a decent area. Above this high. It's not fantastic. You're above some structural highs, though. Do I think you erase the entire move overnight? Probably not, but targeting this lone candle might not be a bad idea. Again, you can kind of tighten this up if you want to, out of 1 to 3. You get that TP1, maybe you almost get to that 1 to 4. I'm not really looking to fade this myself. Yeah, I'm probably going to sit on my hands on a bunch of trades today that are going to end up working out great. Yeah, there's the Dow pushing lower. I'm actually going to take a little bit of adjustment here, over here. We'll see how this works out. I have a little bit of risk open on this. Nothing crazy. I'm just trying to lock in my trading days here. I might add a little bit to oil too. Actually, this only formed on the micro. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just try to lock my day with the Dow. I'm not gonna hold Dow to TP. I'm actually gonna close it relatively soon here if we keep pushing. Yeah, starting to look to break those lows here. Yeah, we start to print any sort of rejection below these lows. I'm going to book my trading day. Just to lock in the trading day on my accounts. But outside of that, again, we could look as low as like 45,870. I don't really have contracts that are worth holding in hopes of that versus just booking my money. see what comes of that, though. I'm removing risk on this stuff, though. Yeah, ES and NQ are still dripping. I'm gonna try to trail this as best as I can, but if this starts to catch a bounce, I'm out of here. This is already starting to catch a bounce. I'm out of 2. Alright, out of 2 and holding 2. Out of 2 and holding 2. See what becomes of the rest of this. Yeah, out of 2, holding 2. Gold is still sitting at entry. If you would have taken it, oil not really doing too much. We'll see if we get a continuation here on the Dow. We didn't just open a new 15-minute candle, but because we spoke below here, I took half off. Again, I'm just trying to secure a trading day. Not trying to swing for the fences before FOMC. Though I needed to make another low in order to actually close my trading day. So that sucks. I should have just closed all 4. That's my mistake. I should have just took when I had it, man. It's alright, though. It's alright. A little bit of profit's better than nothing. Alright, let's see if this 15-minute candle starts to erase itself. We get that push lower, or if we're gonna just end up being range bound on the day. And FOMC. NQ and ES are holding a little bit better at the lows. I have some faith. Gold's still trying to push for all-time highs. Oil's still figuring itself out up there. Looking for fresh lows here on YM, otherwise we get out at break even on remaining contracts. Alright, I'm just gonna let that work out. I'm gonna give this a couple minutes here. Looks like this is gonna possibly take me out here. A break even, which is fine. We'll see if NQ or ES set up anything at all into 10 a.m. If not, I'll just take my small little winning day. Maybe I'll probably end up trying something else if it's something else sets up, just because again I need to log the trading day at the least. I'd rather end up just trying to lose 200, trying to lock in the trading day rather than making like 70. Making 70 does really nothing for me. I need to stack the trading day or just take the loss. So we'll see again what develops here. We're getting a little push down to the new 5-minute candle, so hopefully we get some continuations, but I am prepared for the the worst situation here. Gold's still not moving. Oil's still not moving. Again, markets could slow down into FLMC here, so. Dow, come on, push lower, baby, push lower. That push lower so we could trail the risk here. There you go. Beautiful 15-minute candle. Let's keep that momentum up here. No. I'm just gonna throw NQ on the side here. NQ making fresh lows, man. Need the Dow to follow suit here. Break through this support, demand, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let me prep adjustments here. This ES would have been real nice, man, from the highs. I know you guys can't see. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, this match through TP1 and TP2, which was just beautiful. Now it's just paying extra. Dow pushing down as well. Awesome. Beautiful. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm actually going to begin to trail some risk here. Trail to what I need. We're going to trail to the middle of that bullish candle. Or the upper 1/3 of it. So we're gonna trail to about here. 180s, 190s. Alright, see what else we can get, man. Another 5-minute candle to the downside. We'll probably just trail into where I can wrap my day and get my trading day, and then we'll just hold from there. Beautiful fucking day. Looking for NQ to push below these 520s. Looking for Dow just to continue. It would be nice if this ends up turning into a little lone candle. So we would need another bearish close down below just to kind of build that idea in our minds. Not really necessary, but would love to see it. So, and still trying to hold here, but also trying not to give too much back. Five minutes out from the close of the hourly. I would really love to see an extension move, man, today. I mean, if we can really get some volume today, I would love to see us take out 45 870s. Love for us to take out 45 870s. In which case, I'm gonna be pretty confident if we get below there. I'm pretty confident at that point that tomorrow again is gonna continue to spill over. I know it's the unpopular opinion. I do. It's why I hold it. Right. I know everybody expects bullish markets with their rate cut. And I just have to be the person who calls bullshit against that, man. I have to be. It makes me lose some money, but today it's working out. Gold still doing nothing impressive. Oil, again, kind of just still sitting where it was, so. Alright, I'm gonna bump up the music till I got something else to say, because you're all quiet. I'm not gonna keep ranting. See how 10 o'clock opens. Again, if it opens up in our favor, I'm going to adjust my risk and probably wrap up my day there, because it's, again, pre-FOMC. If I can get out with my winning day here, that's all I care about. And then tomorrow should be the firework day. So, again, I'm still gonna hope and cheer for 45 870 though out of the Dow. Again, I expect markets to fall relatively flat. Again, this is grabbing new liquidity here below some of these lows, but ultimately, we haven't really went anywhere. So we'll have to see if we get a continuation on the next hour. Otherwise, I'm taking my money and I'm running. I will come back tomorrow for the more fun day. Taking a look at the stock here. How do we feel though? Chart-wise, I do not like this. end up trailing my risk more here. Just to this level here, because this is where I can lock in my trading day. Actually, a little bit more than my trading day, which is fantastic. And I will continue to hold. So, beautiful position so far. NASDAQ is catching a little bit of a bounce early hour candle here. ES, same thing. So I do want to just kind of protect myself here. Again, if this continues to run, fantastic. Again, like I said, I'm going to look for 45,870 today out of this. But if this does end up coming back up, actually, you know what? We might even end up just trailing to the open of 10 a.m. Now that I actually look at this, because there's no real reason. It's really not that much of a difference. Let me just see what it is over here. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna just trail it above this little, smaller candle here. So if we erase the 10 a.m. candle and we start to kind of reverse and go bullish, we'll be out of this position. But outside of that, we will continue to hold this. Again, looking for 45,870 and lower. And no, I do not have a TP set. Yes, I will continue to look for further below that and continue to trail. But yeah, outside of that, man, beautiful trading. I mean, gold was the only other thing that we were kind of looking at, and this has not done anything. Oil, same thing, did have some alerts, but nothing that really has worked out yet. So yeah, looks like us going short on these before the rate cut is working out, man. Yeah, I look to continue to hold these throughout the day, and that's that. Chat, you guys are too quiet for me. You guys haven't said anything all stream, so hopefully y'all are not quite literally dead. But yeah, with that, man, I don't have any other way to manage this position until it gets down to 870. So I'll bump the music up here for the last like 10 minutes. I probably won't say much. If nothing changes and this continues to fall, I'll probably just end up ending stream and enjoying my profits from the day. So yeah, if y'all were here and you were watching, cool. Hopefully y'all caught something. If not, good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, this is still looking to push lower. Yes, I am here, by the way, fam. Like I said, we're just turning up the music for a sec. Also, if you guys are in chat, man, I'm not seeing chats, so I legitimately thought I was sitting here talking to myself the entire— Hold on, also, 1 second. You guys can— I don't know if you guys can hear that background noise. It doesn't seem like it's picking it up. So, I'm gonna open up the YouTube stream here, because I legitimately thought I was talking to myself this entire stream. But it just seems like it's an OBS issue, which is hilarious, by the way, because I was literally sitting here like, dude, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Hearing myself. There's a bunch of people in chat. R.I.P. man. That's so fucking funny. I legitimately thought I was just sitting here streaming to people who were refusing to type in chat. I was really about to yell at y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I literally went into the Discord to be like, where the fuck y'all at? But it's just my software, so that's cool. Yeah, yeah, I see y'all now. Man, that's my bad, bro. I don't know what's good with this. You know what? It's probably because, funny enough, I was running a few Pump Fun streams. I don't know if you guys seen that they added live streaming to Pump Fun. So I was doing some anonymous Pump Fun streaming, where I was just running like nothing with me and just like random videos, random little ideas. So I think that might have broke my software. So my apologies. Yeah, it says sorry, live chat is currently unavailable for me. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. That's crazy. Anyway, the Dow is still doing its thing here. Again, ES is falling. Again, my thoughts on the day, nothing has changed. Gold, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys took gold. Let me check chat here. Did anybody here take gold? Let's see. Gold, that 3 minute was beautiful. Hit TP2. 3 minute was beautiful. I don't know what 3 minute you're talking about. If you're talking about from yesterday, I mean, the trades from yesterday, from down here, were just bangers. Ain't really too much to say about those. Now I'm just checking what you guys have been talking about. 1 second here. Do I have a similar— so I don't know if Tommy's still on, but do I have a similar bias for crypto alts post-rate cuts? Yeah, I do. My thoughts about post-rate cuts are across the board. The only exception to post-rate cuts would be gold. Gold I'm still pretty bullish on. Actually, in fact, I'm more bullish on gold because of that, right? Because I do think gold will— and we talked about this like way back when gold was like over here. Like this has already been playing out for a couple of days / weeks. So my apologies if you're just hearing this now, but the thought process behind gold being bullish outside of everything else is just, again, acting as a safe haven, right? As things like, I mean, crypto not really in particular, but included. As crypto begins to fall, indices begin to fall, you know, silver and gold begun to look a little bit more attractive. I do think the dollar overall probably does gain some strength. I think gold is the exception to that rule. So EU might fall, GU might fall, or they might go more range bound. But gold I am pretty much still bullish on. So gold is the only really, like, asset outside of, you know, currencies that I think is immune from that post-rate cut action. Is there a way to get signals on daily or 4 hour? Yeah, it currently does not take into account the daily and the 4 hour. I will continue to work on that. I'll tell you why it doesn't, right, before anything else. Like, I will try to add it. The thing is, the settings you would use to calculate good trades on a 5 minute and 15 minute, and the settings you would use to calculate on the 4 hour and daily are just different. So it's like trying to again make that dynamic and figuring out what's best on certain time frames is kind of annoying. So I just disabled the higher time frames for now. But yes, I will continue to add that. But it is all for a reason. It is all for a reason. Let me just see real quick if there's anything else. What was off today? 3-minute was around 8 a.m. Yeah, it's possible that the gold 3-minute you're talking about was just maybe on the whoops. This doesn't have volume. Yeah, so the absorption up here, this only printed on the CFDs, which again is cool if you're looking at these, but yeah, it didn't print on the futures. It is looking to push all-time highs now, though. NQ and everything else is still working out pretty nice for us. Again, the Dow hasn't really moved too much as comparison to the ES and everything, but again, we still just have that trailing stop and we're chilling. Yeah, that sell on the CFDs was nice, bro. If you caught that, I mean, great. Again, shorting all-time highs is always dangerous, but if you got out with profits, I'm proud either way. Yeah, family, listen, I really have nothing else for y'all. If y'all have questions, comments, concerns, things you want me to go over, feel free to put it in the chat now that I can see chat. Again, I'm so sorry about that, guys. I really did think I was sitting here talking to myself. That's crazy. I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with the streaming software and why it was doing that. But yeah, I'll give you another minute or two to ask some stuff. If not, I'm probably gonna wrap this up again. We caught some nice trades on YM. I didn't make anything worth really bragging about. I'm probably gonna end the day with, $300, 280-ish, and that's that. I mean, again, I'm pretty light on this, so. BFM, I'm gonna bump up the music on your way out. If you guys have something else, drop it in chat. Wait for my response. If not, enjoy your day. It's your boy Skag, and I'm slowly tuning out as of now.